Welcome back, Western Slope. We're joined once again by meteorologist Ian Kowalski with this full forecast. Ian, when I was driving outside, it was pretty nice temperatures outside. I think it was around maybe in the higher 60s probably.
Yeah. Our high today, it's pretty normal. Not normal for this time of year, right? It's been incredibly warm this past week, right? Bernie, I know you're getting your tan on, right? That's what you were telling me earlier on.
Yeah, 6-7 degrees outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty warm for this time of year.
Yeah, that was our daytime high,
right?
actually. 67 degrees, yeah. Listen, folks, it's a nice day outside today. I think you've got the idea at least. And if you spend any time outside at all, you felt it. Look, clear skies still going on at the moment. Earlier, we saw a spare upper level cloud there, but listen, it was just a nice day overall. We'll stay hanging on to a little bit of that heat. 59 degrees, clear skies at the moment. Not too much humidity. Winds, we haven't really thought about it. Sunset, around 5 o'clock earlier on today. So what's that mean for you, right? Warmest day yet we've seen, 67 degrees was our high, as Bertie and Kyle were very insistent upon earlier in the show. 36 was our low in the morning, and goodness gracious, look at that. 14 degrees above average. Man, so warm. We're not going to stay like that forever, though. Trust me, we're going to start to cool down eventually, but these next few days, we're still going to be hanging out in those 60s, still one of the more warmest months that we've seen on record here. Look at low temperatures since midnight. Hang out in those freezing conditions, right? 32 it was in Delta. Again, Paonia, sensor continues to be wrong. 34 in Montrose, 32 up in Glenwood Springs. So we're finally hitting freezing, right? For many of you guys in the lower valleys and higher elevations. Here in Grand Junction, the Grand Valley, though, still kind of getting away from it. And that'll be the trend, at least for the next couple of days. The highs we saw, 72 degrees in Delta. Can you believe it? 70s in November. Doesn't feel like that at all. But here we are, 68 in Montrose, 61 over in Gunnison. And our satellite radar shows, like we discussed, nothing really to talk about there behind me. 63 degrees in Montrose, and a beautiful view of the sunset, those nice, beautiful yells hanging out down towards our south right now. 13 above average days, no surprises there. It's 15 above average days in a row, another warm month. I hope you've been getting your runs and your walks in. I know I certainly have been, because, man, it's just so hard not to, especially when we shouldn't be feeling this way in November. And clear skies are going to continue throughout the evening. Some clouds are going to start to pop up as you get to tomorrow. I have partly cloudy skies on Friday. I've also bumped up our highs a little bit. This is 7 a.m. and you're already hanging out in those 40s here in Grand Junction. They're going to start to go up throughout the rest of the day, and then you're going to see 60s later on. And then our forecast is going to start to change, right? This low pressure system coming off the west coast is going to head our direction. And then the models start to get a little bit shifty. Personally, I think it's going to go towards our south, but there are some indications that it could go north up towards Wyoming. Either way, we are going to see precipitation, specifically on Sunday is going to be the first day of that, and then another round is going to come behind that. And this could bring some snow to the valleys. Could. And that'll be kind of in the middle of next week. But there's a lot to work out between then and now. So let's get there day by day, right? Friday, tomorrow, 68 degrees. That would not be a record, believe it or not. The record on Friday is 72 degrees, 65 on Saturday. And those overnight lows still hang out in those 40s, so well away from those freezing conditions. And then Sunday, that rain starts to arrive. You'll notice I've moved the rain up in the day a little bit. I think it'll be kind of late afternoon is what we're looking at right now. But we still have a few days until we get there. And then highs in those low 60s. That rain is going to hang around early next week. Monday is when that second system is going to start to affect us. We're going to be watching that one closely because it's actually going to bring colder air with it, and that can definitely mean mountain snow. Mountain snow is kind of just a given with these two systems coming up. But then you look beyond that, Tuesday night and Wednesday, especially down towards Montrose, where it's already going to be much cooler than us here in Junction, I think you could see some snowflakes. Nothing hanging around throughout the day, but certainly something to keep an eye on. 52 on Monday, 53 on Tuesday, and then cooling down into the 40s here in Grand Junction, actually feeling like it should for November. Then we'll look at Montrose, 65 degrees tomorrow, 62 on Saturday. Then the second system moves through the area. Mixed precipitation at the least as we get into sub-freezing temperatures and 40-degree highs next week.